it's Throwback Thursday. Daily motivation / skills training. I'm going to give you a great clip of Tony. So many to choose, but I found the great one. You're going to love this one. Let's cut to the live footage right now. And I will not see you on the other side, all right? I will see you tomorrow. We'll wrap up the week in a big way. Check out this clip. It's an awesome one. You're going to love it. I'll see you tomorrow.
When you're on a phone call, and typically, by the way, most things these days starts off with a phone call. And then ultimately, sometimes we never see our client, but very often it starts with a call, and then we see them afterwards for an in-person appointment. When you're on the phone talking, how do they size? How can they size? If they can't see you, how do they size you up? How? Through what? Boom. Tonality. Tonality. They make a mental image of you based on the way you sound. Understand this. The words, sharp as a tack, enthusiastic as hell, and expert in your field, they don't exist in 4 seconds. You can't say, listen, Johnny, I'm sharp as a tack, enthusiastic. They'll say, what the fuck is wrong with you? People think you're crazy. You can't get it across with the words. This has to get across. We say, hey, John, how you doing today? Great. John, reason for it's the word. With benign words, you can get across the fact that you're sharp, on the ball, enthusiastic. It's from tonality. Starts with tonality. I'll write it over here. It's the first way we do it. Number one, tonality. And secondly, body language. We're in person. In terms of tonality, there are 29 tonalities that we have as human beings that we use. 10 of them are core influencing tones. You're like, oh shit, I got to learn that. Let me tell you something. Guess what? You're already using them. You already use them. You just don't know it. You're doing it by accident. Who's ever had a time in their life when they told a secret? Raise your hand. Or, what do you do when you tell a secret? What do? You whisper. You say, hey, John, listen, the reason for the call, and it's a secret, and it intrigues people. There's mystery behind it. Who's ever had a time in life where they're absolutely certain about something? Raise your hand. Certain, right? What do you say? You say, listen, John, let me just tell you, and you talk certain. Who's had a time where you really, a good friend of yours, something happened and you felt their pain? Who's that? Raise your hand, right? We say, John, I totally understand. Mary, I feel you. You felt empathy. We've all used these tones through our entire life. And when you're influencing, once you understand how powerful they are, in specific points of an oral presentation, you'll be shocked at what will happen. Tonality is the hidden language of influence. There's not that much we can say with our words sometimes without sounding disingenuous. Say to somebody, John, I really, really care about you in the first 30 seconds. Say, what the fuck? You're a liar. You can't say the words don't exist. Now, later on, yes, of course, when you're in business, someone, and you've proved, yes, then it's different. I'm talking in the beginning, in those first few seconds, sharp, enthusiastic, and expert in your field. It's tonality and body language. And this together, these two things, tonality and body language, make up about 90% of human communication. 90% of human communication. Tonality is about 45%. This is 45%, and the words are 10%. That's it, the words. Only 10% of communication. Yet salespeople, salesmen, saleswomen, they spend so much time over their words, laboring on their words, and they're missing 90% of their ability to communicate. 90% is missing. Now, there are two things. In the first few seconds, let's say that first few minutes after that, there's two messages that you must get across to a prospect. And I'll tell you what they are. Number one, the first thing of communication starts off with this: I care. That first thing that must come across, I care, or you care. That's got to come across right away. And just, this idea of well, Jordan, yeah, of course, well, you have a lot of charisma. You have charisma too. She's got charisma. He doesn't have charisma. This idea of charisma, right? It's a load of shit. Charisma is not a gift for just me or him, or every one of you can learn to have massive charisma.